Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Rental Regrets. As always, I am your host, Victory Nub, and today we are going to be looking at a pair of games. The two games that, in my memory, are the first two NES games that I ever played. The two games we're going to be looking at did not originally release on the NES. However, they were the first two that I remember playing for that particular console. The first game that we're going to be looking at today is Donkey Kong Jr., developed by Nintendo's Research and Development 1 team for the arcade version of the game and Team 2 for the NES version that we're looking at today. Published, obviously, by Nintendo and released in the United States on June 30th of 1982. So this particular game was developed by two of the luminaries of Nintendo's development history. The first and foremost would be Shigeru Miyamoto, famous, of course, for making the Mario and Legend of Zelda games, as well as Gunpei Yokoi, who is famous for developing the original Metroid, as well as the primary developer for the Game Boy and I believe the Virtual Boy. We went into a little bit of his history with Nintendo when we did the Rental Regrets episode for Metroid. These were the two developers that worked primarily on this one. I believe they had another gentleman who did the audio work for it, Yukio Kaneoka. I hope I'm saying that name right. So it was a pretty small development team. This is obviously a very early game from Nintendo. This one probably one of the very first ones that they did as an original property. This game, I say it's the first NES game that I ever played. I may be wrong on that. Frankly, it would have been so early on in the console history and also in my life that I might be getting the details a little bit fuzzy. It wasn't the first NES game I ever owned. When we went over that in the episode for Mega Man 3, that was the first game that I ever owned. That was the first game I ever bought with my own money. This is a game that I almost certainly played at a friend's house, and we will kind of go into that once we get the game started here. So enough of me yammering on. Let's go ahead and get it started. Obviously, Donkey Kong Jr. is the sequel game to the original Donkey Kong, in which a character by the name of Jumpman was tasked with stopping a runaway gorilla who was terrorizing I guess it was the city of New York. I don't know if they ever actually said that in the game or not. But ultimately, he also had to save a woman by the name of Pauline. Now, in this game, the sequel, the character of Jumpman now actually has a name, and his name is Mario, and he is the rare bad guy in this one. Oh, come on. Get over it. Oh no, I got caught on the ledge. Okay, I think I got it. Yep. I made it. First level complete. So this game would have been one that I would have played at a friend's house, a friend who actually owned an NES, and I just would have gone over there one day and played it while he was home. Of course, why would I wait until he wasn't home to play the game? Who knows? I'm just babbling right now. And then the second game that we're going to be looking at, Burgertime, is another one that I would have played at his house. I would not have played it on my own. Now, that doesn't mean that it would have been the first NES game I even played if... Wow, how am I supposed to do this? Can I go up anymore? No. Oh, that was dumb. The first NES game I played from an NES that we had in our own house, and this, I'm wording it very weird because I'm trying to say that we rented an NES at one point. That would have probably been... If not in the same year that we bought the NES, probably fairly soon before that, would have been Mega Man 2. Because I very specifically... Wow, I botched that one too. Very specifically remember renting an NES, and it probably would have been 20 or 25 bucks at that point in time to rent the console. Oh my goodness. It's over. I died. Game over. The game probably wouldn't have been more than $2 or $3, but yeah, I do remember renting an NES and renting Mega Man 2. This game would have been one that I played at a friend's house that we probably talked a little bit about in the episode for, I think it was Baseball Stars. The the friend, and I think he might actually see some of the episodes that I do here. So if he thinks his ears are burning, yes, Ben, I am talking about you. This game would have been one that I would have played at his house, along with a couple of others before we actually bought our own NES. All right, made it through the first level. I think that the best way to put it is we were next door neighbors and maybe not friends, but frenemies, because boy, did we fight a lot as kids. And when I say fight, I don't just mean we argued a lot. I mean, we actually literally fought each other a bunch. When I was a kid, I was a little bit of a hothead, and I had a tendency to get into lots of fights with other kids for whatever reason. Come on, turn around. Got it! There we go. Finally made the grab there. Uh-oh. This way! Oh, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how I'm supposed to do that. Huh. Alright, well, we'll see if we can get it on the second one. Oh, I shorted the jump! I think I'm doing it the right way. I think you're supposed to grab the other chain, but I'm not sure where the grab point is and where I can let go of the other one. I always liked the sound effect for when... I just botched again. When Donkey Kong Jr. is walking around on the ground. Alright, I'll have to start over again. I'm going to make it at least to the third level. There's only 4 levels, and this is a lot like Donkey Kong in that sense, where there are 4 unique levels before you get to the end and you actually save your dad, Donkey Kong, from Mario. The main menu, and I didn't stay on it long enough to show what I was about to talk about there, has 2 options for when you play it, if you're playing either single player or 2-player. They have an A and a B option. Now, I don't know if it's obvious now seeing that it's supposed to be a difficulty setting. That what you're looking at isn't just... Are you going to come down here or what? There we go. Got him. I had to deke him out. Make the jump. All right. A is the beginner difficulty, quoties, and the B difficulty, which I did not choose, is the one for experts, because obviously I'm so much of a beginner I can't even figure out how to get past the jump in the middle of the second level. I don't know if that was something devs back in the day actually thought was so obvious it was, you know, just expected that if you were playing a game and there was an A and a an A and a B difficulty, you were going to know that, or an A and a B option for gameplay, you were going to know that A was easy and B was difficult. That may have been one of those things where they also expected that players would actually read the instruction manual and not just throw it away and start playing the game. Then again, the game came out on arcade first, and since when does an arcade machine actually have an instruction manual for you to read? That would be a novel idea to have like just a manual sitting on the side of the cabinet that's, you know, laminated or something to keep it clean. All right, let's see if I can do it. Here, I got it. Oh, I just needed a little faith. All right. Whoa. He's going to go long. He's going to go short. I think we got it. Just go over. Up, 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 up. Wait for the 2 to drop. All right, we got this. Make it to the chain. We made it to the 3rd level. I'm the best gamer of all time. All right, so I'll look at this for a second and read what they're doing. There is a little bit of a controversy about whether or not the kid that you're playing as in this game is the character Donkey Kong from the more modern iterations of the game. Just to explain what I'm talking about, when Donkey Kong Country came out, there was a character in it called Cranky Kong. Cranky Kong was, in fact, the original Donkey Kong, and the character that you were playing as in that game... Oh! Made it. Yeah! We might beat a game today. The character in Donkey Kong Country was supposed to be his grandson. Now, why did they make a game where you played as a version of Donkey Kong and establish that he was not the kid of Donkey Kong when there is a Donkey Kong Jr.? I don't know. Let's do this and go both at once. Stop. Go. We're going to free my dad today. Anyway, this is what it said in the instruction manual for Donkey Kong Country, was that Donkey Kong in that game was, in fact, the grandson of the original Donkey Kong, or Cranky Kong, if you will. Oh. This is going to be tricky because I got to wait for him to get all the way to the top and hope he goes up to the rail. He didn't, so we might have to wait. Oh, he played me. Look at that. I didn't read that well. Do I have to do all of them again? I do, don't I? Shoot. Well, let's do this one real quick. Hup. Go, go, go. Down. I probably have to get to the bottom. Hup. Oh, go, 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 go. He's going to come down. No! Oh. Let's go ahead and do these. These are easy enough to get safely. All right. So they said in Donkey Kong Country that the original Donkey Kong is Cranky Kong, and that the Donkey Kong in Donkey Kong Country is his grandfather. However, when they released Donkey Kong 64, it's stated in-game, I believe, as well as in the instruction manual, that Donkey Kong, the modern Donkey Kong, is not the grandson of Cranky Kong. He is the son of Donkey Kong. I'm getting confused in my wording there. Which basically means that the Donkey Kong we're playing right now, Donkey Kong Jr., is in fact the modern Donkey Kong. Except Donkey Kong Country refutes that and says that no, he's actually the... I just beat the game, by the way. He is supposed to be the grandson, and there's no actual appearance of the middle, the senior, I guess junior? It would be the junior Donkey Kong in that game. Oh! Now, interestingly enough, if you... Oh, why did I do that? If you've actually played the modern Super Smash Bros. Series games, they actually have, some details on the history of the character, especially since Donkey Kong is the modern Donkey Kong is a playable character. And they also say that he is the grandson. Well, it turns out Super Mario has a movie that you may have seen recently, because I think it's still in theaters, actually. That may not be, actually. It might actually be out on home release at this point. That basically has a part where the Donkey Kong in that movie sees Cranky Kong, and Cranky Kong refers to him as his son. So even Nintendo can't get their own facts straight on this. And obviously, the version of the character that was originally done in Donkey Kong Country was developed by Rare, so Rare would have had their own idea on what the character may not have been as far as lineage. Very confusing. A lot of words for me to say. Donkey Kong Jr. may or may not be in modern games. All right, I think we'll play until I lose this last life here, and then we'll go ahead and switch over to the other game for today. Oh, I almost shorted that. Now, interesting detail about I'm going to say it's the arcade version of this game. It may be both the arcade and the console versions of the game. There is an integer overflow that occurs because they only made the game have 22 levels, and they designate the levels with one digit. I died. So if you actually get to level 22, which I don't think I've ever been good enough to get to, and right now we're in level 2 of the second playthrough, so that would have been level 6. If you actually manage to survive long enough to play through 22 levels, the integer that is used for the level counter actually will go into an overflow state. And what will happen is the game will reset the timer for the game to 700. Now, I don't see a timer on screen here, but I'm guessing it's a hidden one. And it'll actually kill your character. This is an issue that actually occurred in the original Donkey Kong as well. If you went too far in the game level-wise, you would actually encounter a similar integer overflow where your character would be killed off and the game would just end. Obviously, early design of video games had its share of issues, like the fact that counters, in this case, were done with a single digit, or in the case of counters that were done with a bit or a byte, I guess it's a byte, could only go up to 255 and then they would overflow. So I think that was a problem in Mario, where if you got more than 256 lives, your life counter would reset to 0 and you could die and then lose the game because they just didn't have the tech to actually count beyond 256 at that point in time, or at least it was too simplistic. Anyway, that's going to do it for a look at this one. Let's go ahead and switch over to Burgertime. All right, and now we are looking at Burgertime, developed by Data East and published worldwide by Data East. In North America, published by Bally Midway, which was a big arcade manufacturer back in the day, and released in the United States in November, they don't have an exact day, of 1982. I don't know what it was about this game, but I always found it fascinating just from an idea standpoint that they made an entire game about making burgers. Such a bizarre concept to make video games about, but we're talking about 1982. This would probably be peak bizarre idea time for game devs, where they would throw anything at the wall and make a game out of it. Oh, I got one of the food guys. Ostensibly, your goal in this game is to just completely make a burger by putting all the constituent parts together. Made it. Yeah. Go, 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 go. Get out. No. Oh, I missed the ladder. You jerks. I have no idea what the little thing in the upper left-hand corner is. Now I kind of want to know. Oh, they reset my progress? What? Oh, what a ripoff. And the funny thing is, I'm not the biggest burger guy in the world. I like burgers okay, but like it's not one of my top food. I just died again. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, no, what are you doing? Stop standing there. Controls are a little bit finicky on this one. Okay, they're keeping the parts. I thought I wasn't making any progress, but I am definitely making some. Got you, and I'm dead. I'm not dead. I forgot I have like a salt shaker that you can use to stun enemies. Get him. Oh, no, go up the frickin' ladder. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I like burgers okay, but it's not my first choice if I go to a fast food restaurant is to get a burger. Usually I go with something like chicken if I can. That doesn't mean I don't enjoy burgers. I will eat a burger depending on what I can get on them pretty much whenever I have no other choice. I don't like the traditional toppings they usually put on burgers, your lettuce and tomato, cheese, all the condiments they do on there. Usually my go-to burger, and usually the place I go to if I'm doing this is Five Guys, I will get a... Oh, did I just... Oh, look at that! That was a heck of a combo there. No, I shouldn't have gone for it. I got greedy. My move when I go to Five Guys is to get what I would call a grilled onion steak burger. I don't know if that's the correct name for it. Basically what it is I go with a grilled onion. I will get some green peppers. Those are usually fresh, not grilled. A1 sauce. And a little bit of bacon on there if I can get some. I like that. I eat it up all day. Oh, also, I forgot the condiment I usually go with there. The sauce is A1. I don't go with ketchup or mustard. That is my move. So it is just like a steak, basically. I got it. I got it. No, I don't got it. I forgot there was still one button to go. Come on, all of you go up there. You're idiots. See you. I think they have to commit when they go up a ladder. I did it! I made 4 burgers. And it only cost me 4 lives. 3 lives? I'm not gonna finish this. I think they go faster the more you do. Get out of there. Go! Oh, there's not a lot of things to go up. I thought I had 2 more. Oh, I was counting my pepper shaker lives. Okay, we'll try that again. I know that the great burger debates of the world will rage forever about who makes the absolute best burgers. I will go ahead and say full disclosure that I may have a little bit of a bias for Five Guys simply because Five Guys started in the greater area that I live in. I live in Northern Virginia, of course, and Five Guys was originally founded in a restaurant in Alexandria, Virginia. So, of course, I do have a little bit of a bias when it comes to that. Go, 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 go. Get out of here. Go down there. Oh, come on! I got to the ladder and I didn't go down. You have to be exactly over the ladder to go down. That's a little annoying. I want to go to the top and just knock them all down. Just get that stack of it going down. Get there. No, up, up, you fool. Touch the ice cream cone. Why does an ice cream cone give you pepper? I don't know. Video game logic. Also, I'm pretty sure no one would want to eat a burger that you made with your feet, but, you know, whatever. He is walking on top of all these ingredients. Get that burger. Get that burger. Now I made it. I wonder if I can touch the ice cream cone a second time and get more pepper. Get them all to commit. Thankfully, it doesn't look like there's a ledge that you can fall off of, so you're never going to get killed by that. Get out of here. Oh, I pushed him down. Now, oh, I was about to say, now we're starting to get the hang of it, and then I died. Okay, got him to commit. We can go over this way. I'll pepper him, and then we're done. I'm only going to be able to get through the first level because I'm going to get caught in a loop trying to get these guys to leave me alone at the bottom. I really should just go to the top right off the bat, but I'm a coward. Get out of here. I'm caught! No! It's over. Do I get another life? I get another life. Go to the center and just go to the top. Be a hero. Gotcha. Now, oh, I'm dead. I had no way out. This game plays a lot like Pac-Man. And we haven't actually looked at a Pac-Man game for this channel yet. The reason for that is I don't know if I ever had Pac-Man on a console that I still own. We may have had a copy of Pac-Man on the Atari that we had, and I can't remember if it was 26 or the 50, whatever it was, 5600. Frankly, it's just one of those games that if I did get it, I wouldn't be playing a game that I ever actually played. So if I got one that was on Nintendo, I don't know if I could actually speak with any expertise or knowledge of the game because frankly, I wouldn't have played that particular version. Oh, get out of there. Go, 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 go. Uh-oh. Oh! Salt that bad boy. No, you can't touch that. I don't know what it is. It's going to drive me insane now. I want to know what that thing is. I also really wish I had gotten to turn there instead of what happened. Go. Boy, it is really not forgiving when it comes to trying to turn on the corner of a ladder. I think I just got cornered. Oh no! You can salt multiple guys with one pepper shake. Salt, pepper them? Whatever it is. That is a logical use for pepper, by the way. I mean, if you were trying to get rid of somebody, you would want to throw pepper in their eyes because not only would it burn, but also you're throwing like a physical debris into their eyes. It's the most logical thing about this game, if I'm being honest, is the fact that you're just peppering fools in the eyeballs. Gotcha. No, 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 no. Turn on a dime. Get out of there. Get. Uh-oh. Oh, not good. Oh, I touched him. Why is that one dancing on my body? By the way, if you put salt or pepper on a burger, you're a monster. You should let the beef speak for itself. Taste for itself? Digest in your mouth for itself. I don't know what to say there. Don't salt your burger or pepper it. By the way, they had promotional art on... When I do the intro for games, I usually look up the information on Wikipedia just to match the platforms, developer, publisher, release date, all that. They had a promotional still on the page for the Wikipedia article for Burgertime that is one of the most upsetting things I've ever seen in my life because of what they put on the picture for the burger, the ingredients that they were putting on there. Let me just read you a couple of them. Number one, they have a picture of a lemon on that page. What inhuman beast puts a lemon slice on their burger? Who are you? Who does that? They also have a picture of what looks like not even a pickle. It looks like it's a cucumber slice because pickles, of course, they're soaked in brine. So, of course, they have a yellowish green color to the inner component of the cucumber or pickle at that point. And what they have here is very clearly not that. It's a cucumber slice, and it's a thick cucumber slice, man. You wouldn't be able to swallow that thing. It's way too thick. They also have some more standard stuff. I guess I can understand there might be people who would put egg slices on their burgers. That's a very bizarre topping for a burger, but I guess it kind of makes sense. But, I mean, seriously, who is putting a lemon slice on their burger? At that point, you're not even eating a burger. You're just eating something you're going to throw away. They also have cheese and like a hot dog, which, by the way, that may be the most bro move ever, is to put a hot dog on your hamburger. You know, there's not enough meat in this burger patty, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw a hot dog on there if that's all right with you. And then the chef just kind of kicks you out of wherever you are. Because you didn't make your burger thick enough. There's not enough meat in this burger. I'm going to meat it up. God, it's not easy to get the timing on this right, but man, when you land one of these toppings right on top of the hot dogs chasing you down, that's very satisfying. An egg. I also have a slice of cheese, and we haven't seen the enemy cheese yet. We also haven't seen lemon slice yet, but that's because why on earth is there a lemon slice in the promotional art? Oh, I'm so upset about that. All right, I think we're going to go ahead and call it because I'm not making much progress out of the first level. Final thoughts on both of the games. Donkey Kong Jr. still is pretty fun, I would say. The jumping is a little bit finicky. It seems like it is easy to short a jump and accidentally fall to your death. There is a little bit of a fall damage distance where if you fall too far, Donkey Kong Jr. will die. The enemy placements you can figure out fairly easily in the early levels. It's short, and I think that is the biggest problem with Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. In a modern lens is the fact they only made them with 4 levels. And I'm pretty sure after you finish those 4, you basically just keep repeating the same level design over and over. They might add a couple of different enemy placements or make them move a little bit faster, but you're just going through the same levels over and over. They did make a version of Donkey Kong. I think it was Donkey Kong Deluxe, or it might have been Mario versus Donkey Kong or something like that on the Game Boy. That, and we may actually look at it as an episode of Rental Regrets, even though I don't know if I ever actually played it, where they decided to take the original 4 levels of Donkey Kong and just blow it out as far as they could with new levels, where I think they added something like 100 different level designs that you could play through for that particular game. And at the time that it came out, a lot of people gave it some very favorable ratings because it was more of a good, simple, but fun concept. And sometimes games can still have some replay or entertainment value with a simple concept as long as there is iteration on it in the game. In the case of Donkey Kong Jr., it's fun, but if they had more than just 4 levels, I think it would be an all-time enduring classic. Same with the original Donkey Kong. Whereas I think today you look at the game and you go, oh, okay, so they were still trying to figure out what exactly a video game was at that point. It's fun, but it is limited. As far as Burgertime, man, the biggest problem I have with it right now is that it does not let you clip into the ladder or onto a platform if you're a pixel or two away from actually being able to get onto it. You have to be perfectly over the ladder to climb up and down it. You have to be perfectly level with the platform to move left or right on it. The enemies seem to be maybe a little bit too many in number, to be fair. The pepper shaker is a nice touch, and I wasn't using it very much because you only get 5 of them. And I think you can get an extra one if you pick up the ice cream cone in the center. But it doesn't kill the enemy. It just stuns them so you can walk by and go to do whatever you were doing elsewhere on the screen. Other than that, kind of like Donkey Kong Jr., it's a pretty simple concept. There's not a lot of meat on the bone on this one. I didn't make it far enough to see how many unique level layouts they had in the game, but you're essentially doing the same thing every single time, which is you just walk over the constituent parts of a burger here, which apparently, according to the level design, is just bun, burger meat, lettuce, bun. I wouldn't be surprised if there were further sections that you get maybe later in the game. Maybe they had a little tomato in there, maybe some pickles, maybe a slice of cheese, who knows? But frankly, I don't know if I ever made it much further than this. This was also one that I almost certainly would have played at my friend's house as opposed to ever owning the game as part of my family. The games that I remember having on Atari, I don't think included this one. I remember Missile Command. I remember Miner 49er. I remember Joust. Not a whole lot beyond that. We did not have a ton of games on the Atari, and unfortunately, at some point after I got the NES, we either gave away the Atari or we threw it away, and that was something that I think was my dad's call. He didn't like that we had this console sitting around that no one was using, so he said we either needed to sell it or throw it out, and I think we ended up throwing it out. A mistake I did not make, thankfully, for any of my future consoles, which is why we're able to have a YouTube series today looking at all these older games that I had, or in the case of this one, games that I'm willing to fork over a couple of bucks just to look at for a one-off episode on my channel. But I'm happy we looked at both of these games today because there's some value in looking at older games, seeing what was considered fun at that time and what we've learned from and moved away from as far as game design is concerned. It's probably for the best that games have moved away from the play until you get the highest possible score and run out of lives model of gameplay design, which both of the games we looked at today were kind of modeled after, towards more of a game with a defined endpoint, a finish line, a conclusion of the game, which is a lot more what we see today with video games. I think it certainly adds to the sense of value of the game that it is something that you can reach a conclusion for. And probably from a commercial standpoint, that developers want that because, of course, once you complete it, it's like, well, I got to move on to the next game, and you spend more money for another one. But also from the point of, it's fun to play this, but am I ever going to accomplish anything? From the gamer standpoint, I do think it's better that we moved away from this model towards something with more of a conclusion. That's just my perspective. Maybe there's people who would prefer we go back to games that don't have an end and you just keep playing until you either get bored or you hit the new point record, whatever. To each their own. This model, I think, had its time, and it's probably for the best that we've moved away from it. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of Rental Regrets. As always, I do appreciate each of you watching, and I will see you next time.